Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Monster Loves You, the game of being a monster. And after a slightly morbid moment where we came very close to dying and being dissolved back into goo to make new monsters, we actually passed our tests brilliantly. We made all the right decisions. As a result, we've become an elder. Come here to Shinak, was it? Shinak? Something like that. We're at a monster town, and now we can start interfering with human and monster interactions to try and get these two to like each other. So, let's start off with up here. Carmen. Carmen would appear to be what I'm guessing. Oh yeah, the symbol's up there. That is a human settlement. Let's go and find ourselves some humans. So, that's a thinky one, isn't it? We probably want to do a thinky one, but that is the huggy one. I like the huggy ones. The huggy ones seem good. You're hiding in a shiny wood building. Two humans are holding their hands in front of another human. Okay, what's going on here? He makes a lot of noise about a witness. The other two look around, disappointed at the empty room. Oh, they're getting married. Okay, this is a marriage ceremony, and if I could be the witness, maybe I could help these guys get a little bit married. So I could sabotage their doings, no, bad idea. Pull your hat over your head and offer to be a witness requires bravery, or quietly seek out another human to be a witness requires kindness. Well, I've got more kindness than bravery, so let's go for that, because I assume I'm going to have to roll a dice, and hopefully it'll work out therefore. And you sneak into the yard outside where another human is gardening. You make polite coughing noises until he puts the hose down to come look. So draw him into the building, just quietly. He follows you towards the room with the other humans. He pauses and looks down at his filthy gardening clothes and then at the nice clean floor. Get him to help with violence? That's... no. Well, I don't have a choice. I literally have no option other than to do that. You reach up and pat the human on the back and make reassuring noises. He's hesitant, but then nods and kicks his boots off. Okay, his socked feet make no sound as he approaches the other humans to bear witness. As you leave, he winks at you. That is grand. And that gets humans viewing monsters up by 8. The extra human doffs his hat and stands patiently while the others talk and kiss. Everyone is very happy and you made it happen. Beautiful, we made the wedding happen, great. Okay, next up, politicking. Let's politic next. Okay, sneaky. Sneaky I'm good at. That is something I'm very, very good at. You and some elders are conversing when Virok walks up, proudly holding a toaster. Funny, you have a toaster just like that. Wait a minute, that dent, that's your toaster. Hey, Virok. That's my flipping toaster, alright. Virok crows, look at what I found at the bus stop. We can take whatever we want from the humans. So, show how a human could just take it back with ferocity, claim humans and monsters both value trust with honesty, or claim that stealing is what filthy humans do. No. With our very high honesty, we are going to claim that monsters and humans both value trust. And we should be able to pass that, hopefully. Virok screams back, finders keepers. The other elders concede this universal truth, and you have no greater truth to beat it. Sadly, I must have lost that there dice throw, unfortunately. Dear oh dear. Virok leaves, whistling, and the others begin discussing a trip to steal more toasters from the humans. Oh no! That's no good at all. Over here to the puddle symbol, that generally seems to be like a cleverness one. I should be able to pass most cleverness checks. Elder Prudence is tiring of the debate about living alongside the humans. And what does she have to say exactly? Prudence says they can't even eat a squirrel without killing it first. Their bodies are only slimy around their assorted holes. Oh dear. Why bother to talk to them? And we're best off keeping our distance forever. She slumps down, disgusted. So I can accuse her of cowardice unbefitting a monster. I can tell them that humans kill their food to spare them pain, which requires kindness. I could just drool on her. No, let's see if we can kind of get some cultural understanding going on via kindness. Roll the dice and... nice, there we go. Success. One elder agrees with you. It makes sense. A series of grunts and snarls follow, and the crowd agrees that this explanation speaks well of the kindness of humans. Perfect. Right, back to Carmen. Let's go and deal with some more humans going on here. Let's go and do some healing. Healing would require cleverness, and I totally have cleverness and kindness and all sorts of stuff. You're in a secluded hiding place near the park. Suddenly, you see a human grab her stomach and fall over. And now it's your time to shine. What's wrong with the human? That's the spirit. What will you do? You could be like the spine doctor and doctor her good, or you could risk being seen among humans to seek help. No. I think we've got enough kindness to be a doctor. I'm not sure how that's how doctors work, to be honest, but you lay her down on her back gently and feel her belly. This rumbling calls for milkweed, a sure settler of such complaints. Let's see if we can find any. You dash into the park where you find a few pods of the stuff. Using your claw, you cut open the pods and drain the contents into the human's mouth. See what happens. She moans and tries to push you away, but you hold her still and keep the medicine coming, just like the spine doctor told you. I feel like this might go wrong. We don't know if this actually has a good effect on humans here. And success, the human is still standing unaided. Other humans come to help her, but she hardly needs their assistance. And now I just disappear off into the world, and... Ooh! Plus 18 and advanced neurosurgery plus 15. Now this is very, very interesting, because I can see I've got bravery, cleverness, ferocity, honesty, and kindness. But apparently I have a hidden advanced neurosurgery skill somewhere that I have at least 15 in. Lovely. So the human brushes milkweed fluff from her chin and looks around for her saviour. You're sure she's watching you as you lope away. Okay, good job me. That is a good result right there. So the humans really came around a bit there. Now, over to the skull. Let's do that. Actually, don't do the puddle. The puddle is the clever thinky one. I swear that's where the clever thinky stuff is. The docks are fun. They smell like home. You're napping on a fishnet when you overhear a human talking. Where have they all gone? There's no fish. This fisherman's done for. So, are fish hiding from the humans? Let's find out. So maybe they are. Then again, they're fish. You know where they are, and you could tell them. Not that a human's likely to trust one of your kind, but perhaps you could give him a clue. Okay, so you could tell him what you know about the fish. You could add the location of the best fishing grounds to his charts, or you could punch a hole in the boat because it's fun. No, cleverness check. We should be able to pass a cleverness check. And you draw a circle of currents and waves over the inlet where the fish spawn, and then make a noise to draw his attention, and watch he discovers the work. And the fisherman looks at the map, stroking his beard, he mutters maybe, and starts the engine. From the docks, you watch him sail towards the inlet, you think he's going to be alright. Oh, but he didn't know that was me, so there's no impact on the monster-human relations. Of course, the honesty would have been the better check, because then he'd have known it was me. That might have boosted my cleverness, but my cleverness is already maxed, so that was actually kind of pointless. Oh no! Humans view monsters just went up by 8. I have no idea why, but they just did. Right, politics. Let's see if we can go to... Yes, the debatey one. Debatey symbol. Grit Mitten shouts, might makes right. Prophet replies, not always. We should talk more, like the humans do. So, agree with Prophet with honesty, or show them that might makes right is wrong using might. Okay, and humans talk, show them how monsters do it. Yes, you do an honesty check. Honesty check. And you explain how humans can come to a decision as a group without slashing or biting anyone. The other elders are intrigued by your words. Oh, plus 18, that's a good improvement right there. When you start describing voting, they lose interest. But they all agree that words hold great power. Okay, starting to get somewhere. Back to the politics, we can do this. Back over to the, this danger symbol, why not? Elder Riddy wants to stop using electricity from the humans. It's making us less monstrous, he explains, and it is a human thing through and through. And you happen to know a bit about electricity because of how clever you are, of course. And you shuffle forward and raise one claw, clearing your throat. All the elders turn to look. Riddy says, ah, you agree with me. And no, explain why electricity is great. Well, without electricity, we'd have no YouTube. It's utterly brilliant. So, show him how violent electricity is. I don't know, by electrocuting him, I suppose? Or agree with Riddy, electricity is useless. Honesty check, tell him that electricity is fantastic, and you explain your point of view. Some of the younger elders start talking about doing more with electricity than just keeping things cold or well lit. And explain what you know about electricity, the good and the bad. And you describe some of the things you've seen, boxes with moving pictures, ways to send messages by clicking one's finger on a board. The other elders believe you. Of course they do. You're not thought of as a liar after... Oh, of course. High honesty and high cleverness, that was a really easy check to pass. Beautiful, plus 18 again. This is going well. They're fascinated. The group agrees to look into new ways of using electricity, and Riddy hisses and stalks away. Marvellous. Now, back to the humans. We need to get the humans thinking positive about it, because this has gone a bit green. So let's get the other one being green as well. Over to... Death. Let's go over to Death, shall we? You see bolts of lightning hit a strange rod on a roof and investigate. From inside the house, you hear someone shout, live! Live! Follow... Oh dear, I've stumbled across Dr. Frankenstein. Marvellous. This human is building a creature out of other humans. Dead humans. That sounds familiar. Oh, of course, I'd be really fond of it, because as far as I'm concerned, this is just the spawning pool. So I could consider what you've heard of such things. I could help the human with this creature. It could be fun. I could stop the human from making this creature, or consider what you've... Let's consider what I've heard about these things. Let's kind of make a sensible decision here. Someone did this a while back in the mountains, and they made a creature all right, but it was more like a monster, and it did some bad things, and in the end, a lot of monsters got killed because of it. Well, in that case, I probably should stop the human from making the creature. His plan's bad for the humans who live here and it'll make things hard on your fellow monsters most likely. You've set your mind to stopping him, but how? So I can walk in and stop him? No. Do the cleverness check. Find a way to sabotage the apparatus if we can. Roll the dice, and upon consideration you decide to stop the flow of lightning at the source. As you snap the rod in two, the lights in the house go dark. From inside, the human lets out a wail. Time to go. Hopefully that helps. Yes, massively helps. Beautiful. More humans smash down the door below and discuss the matter with the shouty one. They have pitchforks and torches. One nods to you. You did as a boon. Ah, this is all working out beautifully well so far. Right, back to the politics. We need to get the monsters even happier. And let's go back to the giant vase. Jaggery drinks deep from a jar of cider. He belches and the air goes wavy. Alright, watch the ferocious elder as he drinks some more. Where's this going? Jaggery raises one claw. Humans are stupid, lazy, worthless, stupid, and I'll fight any monster who says otherwise. So I can disagree. I can tell them humans can be altruistic and generous. Well, sometimes. Requires some kindness. No, smart humans brought us cider. Requires cleverness. Or mention that you've seen humans drink themselves into sickness. Oh, that's a bit of a harsh, snappy thing to a drunk monster as well. Let's go for a kindness check. I'm pretty sure my kindness must be almost maxed out at this point. So, go for a kindness check. And drawing on your own experience with giving and helping other monsters, you select several excellent examples of human kindness, and it's really just a question of knowing your subject. And that gets me another plus 18. Oh, yes. So Jaggery himself is 2 tips to consider it. Everyone else is quite impressed. This is going very, very well. Back to Carmen, and no, not that one. Let's go for another huggy one. We like the huggy ones. You're splashing through the rain gutters when you spy a human on the steps below. She snuffles and sobs into a tissue. A crumpled letter lies beside her. Let's help out the human if we can. So you slide down a gutter and squat beside the human. She squeaks, then holds very still when you don't attack her. Okay, just say okay. Wait for her to make the first move. Finally she says, "You want to know why I'm crying? My parents say I must marry Ernst, but I do not love him. I love Ernest because he actually knows how to spell his own name. I just wish he'd go away." So help her no matter how dangerous it may be. Offer to harmlessly scare him away with ferocity or devour her. Well, I don't want to do those two, so I guess I'm going to have to go for a bravery check, which potentially isn't going to work out very well, but help her no matter how dangerous they may be. And she blinks away her tears and starts to laugh, and then sees that you're serious. She takes your claws in her hand, and you go inside. Oh-ho! Get in there. I have got myself a human date, where 2 older humans interrupt their dinner to scream and jump away from you. Great! Well, begun is half done, and the older humans calm themselves and listen to her for, you suppose, the first time. They agree to reconsider the wedding. I'm not sure how any of that happened, but alright. The younger human smiles and squeezes you, not trying to choke you, just to show you how much she appreciates your help. Lovely. Okay, humans are very, very happy. If I can get one more plus 18%, then monsters will be 100% versus humans. So let's go for happiness. Let's go for happy smiley face. Mupsy Moral outlines a plan for defense against the humans. Fruitcake. I've seen it, friends. Every year the humans offer it to each other, but nobody wants it. It's true. We as a species do make a lot of Christmas cake that nobody actually likes. She can't possibly think, but fruitcake is a weapon. Oh, she does. Mupsy goes on. If they fear it so, it must be a weapon, perhaps a deadly poison. One we can steal and turn against the humans if we need to. Explain the truth, human fruitcake. No, nobody likes fruitcake. Stop making Christmas fruitcake. Nobody likes it. It just sits in a cupboard for 5 months, then you eventually throw it away. So humans give fruitcakes as gift with kindness. Let's anger the humans by stealing their little cakes. Or human fruitcake is delicious. Yeah, let's go for an honest... wait, hang on. My kindness is... Which is higher? I can't remember which is higher than my honesty and my kindness these days. Well, let's go for the explain the honesty one. Hopefully that will do. You don't have a sample for them to try, but everyone listens. You're known for telling the truth. Mupsy seems upset. Oh, well, too bad for Mupsy. 100%. Beautiful. All right. Back to the humans. Just one more if we can get that to 100%. We are in good shape. Let's go and hang on the ceiling. Perfect. What is this place? You're in that dark, dank, wooden room that smells like old Jaggery. Mostly on in. Where on earth am I? So humans sit at a long counter. Oh, I'm in a pub. And drink what looks like foamy cider. They seem sad and a little confused. Okay. After a bit, you see there's a stool open. So you climb up and plop down on it. One of the humans starts muttering about his problems. Now, my first question is, do the humans even know I'm a monster at the moment? He doesn't appear to have noticed you yet, or maybe he just doesn't care. It sure is dark, though. Whoa. I'm a spherical apple creature with eyes on stalks. I refuse to admit he could possibly not know. I'm going to strike up a conversation with the human. My wife just took my jellyfish and my dog just ran away. He goes on and on about what sounds like a pretty awful situation. So I could listen on with kindness, or I could give him some gentle but tough love with honesty. No, listen on. He seems so sad already. And you keep listening, clamping down on the urge to try and solve his problems before he's done complaining about them. Just keep listening. He goes on and on, calling you Mac. He talks about pigskins and some sort of bowl that he lost. Offer to help him find the bowl. Yes, we'll find the bowl. He laughs, though it looks like he won't find it. He seems happier after talking to you. And the doctor is in. Oh, yes. We're up to 100% both sides. Beautiful. He finishes his last drink and gives you a little pointing salute. You monsters is good people. Perfect. This is just brilliant. Right, just finish off the last 2 days and we are pretty much there. Let's go for the laughing one here. So Greedblitz, puffed up with multisyllabic importance, addresses the other elders. My fellow monster, and he begins. I propose we meet the humans halfway. What, in that meadow near the forest? No, he clears his throat. I think we should learn from them and adopt human ways to become more civilized. Yep, I think that's incredibly intelligent. And we can learn from them as hunters. Here, start an exploratory committee to look into the matter. Oh dear, or yeah, you know what, let's start an exploratory committee to look into the matter, or I could just explain why humans are great with cleverness. No, let's just do the committee, let's take no risks at this point. Sometime later, the committee forgets what it was looking into and decides to explore the dumpster behind the human pizzeria. They find cup cozies and crusts. Okay, good. That didn't do any damage, which is the important thing. And back to the politics and hiding behind a corner. That's fine. Gobclaw unrolls a big map showing the surrounding region. She points one pincer at a series of red circles. Okay, what is this? These are places where I've seen humans drop things. I think we should put garbage cans there. That seems very, very sensible, all things considered. Gobclaw says, so we can harvest the things they drop, then we can study them and understand them better. Okay, this actually seems quite a good idea, but yeah, let's actually develop the plan with cleverness if we can. And you get things in order and help Gobclaws arrange the cans so they will be easier to collect later. Yay, organisation! You and Gobclaws sneak through the woods to the newly designated human evidence connection locations, or decals, and place the extra cans. Yay, acronyms! That's my favourite exclamation of this whole week. Yay, acronyms! I'm going to try and use that one more often. Almost immediately, humans begin dropping trash into the cans, including many candy wrappers with bits of sweetness still inside. Yay, licking dirty candy wrappers! This is good news. So, Gobclaws prepares a report based on the preliminary findings, and everyone agrees she is quite clever, and so are you. Yes, and that there should be the end. Now, presumably, we get a good ending, right? As you walk through Portent Square, you think on your past. Life hasn't always been easy, but you've built up your reputation. You are quite well respected. Yes, well respected indeed. Though monsters have always feared and loathed humans in the past, your work towards improving relations has paid off. Monsters have come to respect and like them. Well done. Grand! Meanwhile, humans who once hated all monster kind have come to understand that monsters aren't terrible evil things. Rumour has it the humans think pretty well of you. Alright then. And shattering your reverie, a terrible commotion erupts. Elders and younger monsters alike are milling around in a great mob. What is going on here? Blots drops from a nearby roof. Humans are coming this way. What? No. No, humans like us. They're coming to throw us a nice party. Blistery says, that's wonderful. We can talk to them. It's true. Relations have been warming up. This is not a war. This is a nice, friendly discussion. Okay? Both monsters and humans meet deep in the whale mist. There is considerable shuffling of feet and paws. Everyone wants to talk. No one wants to make the first move. If only some monster would speak up. Like me, for example. Yes, if only. A few of the other elders are looking at you, strangely enough. So slash one of them in the throat! No! Welcome the humans as friends. Absolutely. Everyone breathes a sigh of relief as you put your best claw forward. It's the first step of a long journey. A journey in which monster and human will cooperate in all things. And what happened next, New Vegas end screen? Universal prosperity! Yes! You dared to find the narrow gap between fear and hate. Now humans and monsters work together for the benefit of all. That's great. And so monsters and humans worked, lived and played together for many happy generations to come. Hooray for the future. And I assume I became a neurosurgeon because I have plus 15 in the completely invisible neurosurgeon rank because I healed that girl. The end. Final personality, very clever, very kind, pretty darn honest, a little bit brave and, well, respected enough, quite frankly. Yep. And so that, ladies and gentlemen, is indeed one playthrough of Monster Loves You, and that there, floating around the beginning, is one of the endings, of which there are, it would appear, a great deal indeed. Including kindness, Monster annihilation, dear oh dear. Or human annihilation, or all sorts of other things. Indeed, endless war. Oh, not endless war. That strikes me as a very bad ending. Yes, I'm glad we've got universal prosperity over endless war. I wouldn't describe it as a great game, but I've come away from this feeling very relaxed, very chilled out. Very, very fun to play indeed. So, maybe more of this sort of thing in the future, ladies and gentlemen. I do not know. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nerd. This has been, yeah, just really, genuinely, very, very lovely Monster Loves You. Thank you very much, and goodbye. T-34 moves closer to you. Oh yeah, I'm going to get some with one of the finest tanks the Soviets ever produced. Owen, I wanted to ask you, do you think you... Oh no, who just showed... Oh, screw you, Sherman! Get out of here, you damn American! I want to make out with the Soviet tank!